playoff picture. This is what it leaves us with as the 2025 season has come to an end. We're going to take you through all these results from yesterday. Philly losing helped Chicago get the 2 seed. Juicy matchup with the Packers in round 1. AFC side, a lot of fresh faces in new places. No Mahomes, no Burrow, and after last night, no Lamar Jackson. We are Get Up. We are presented by Freestyle Libre. So now you see how the plot has turned out. Let's show you how we got to this place, because last night it was an absolute classic to finish up the regular season. The rivalry renewed. We got, look at this, Danny, we got the blessing the end zone.
Yeah, he's coming to my house later on to bless my children.
I want you to pay attention to which end zone he was in. We call that foreshadowing. Finishing up a crazy season with a crazy game. Early, Lamar Jackson back from injury, and he starts hot.
Yeah, they get 4th down, man coverage. They get into the bunch. They run meshes, picks, rubs away from the defense. Hot start for the Ravens offense.
Pretty good for Aaron Rodgers, too, in what could have been his final game. Rex, how about this throw to Adam Thielen?
Oh, my goodness. Yeah, he could still peg it. That throw right there, how many quarterbacks in the league can make that throw?
Who? Maybe? Stafford?
Yeah, unreal. Unreal.
And then here we go, D. Wood. You got Cam Hayward tush pushing his brother Connor Hayward into the end zone.
Oh, we got a little brotherly love in Pittsburgh.
Brotherly shove. They got their own brotherly shove.
Steelers tied at 10. Now we're midway through the third. Huge play. Lamar is tipped and it's picked.
Yeah, Cam had a run in this game where he was just dominating the game. Both hands get up. Ball in the air. Outstanding awareness by T.J. Watt, just kind of finding that ball, floating around, securing a pick. It leads to 3 points for the Steelers.
So it's 13-10 Pittsburgh. 9 minutes to go. Ravens on a 3rd and 4. How many people alive can do this?
One, and we're watching him do it. Just the ability. We haven't seen this version of Lamar that much this year. The awareness, the instincts to duck under that potential sack, point downfield to Zay Flowers, and then the throw. That's vintage Lamar Jackson.
He was brilliant last night. 6 minutes left in regulation. Aaron Rodgers, this is on a 3rd and 8. Rex, he doesn't have DK Metcalf, so where's he looking for the big tight end?
Looking for the big tight end right there. And again, look at him peg the thing down the field, up the seam right there. My goodness, what a pass.
And then take it in strong on a 3rd and goal. D. Wood, give it to your back, Kenneth Gainwell.
Oh, yeah. Where would the Pittsburgh Steelers be without Kenneth Gainwell? He has been an absolute monster for that team.
Steelers up 20-17. What a game. 3 minutes to go. 3rd and 1. Lamar again. Flowers again.
What a ridiculous play call. You get 3rd and short, almost like to start the game. You get a little ball fake, and there goes Zay Flowers. Pittsburgh's defense completely sold out to stop Derrick Henry. And honestly, in this moment, you're like, oh my gosh, the Ravens are going to do it. They're going to start 1-5 and get into the playoffs.
So it's the final minute of the 4th quarter. Could it be the final minute of Aaron Rodgers' career? That was certainly the question on the table in the moment. But he had the answer on a 3rd and 10. How about this play to Calvin Austin?
Yeah, excited to break this one down. You can watch the storyline of this drive setting. Rouzier sits, slips, double move by Calvin Austin, and then Rodgers finds a way with that one miraculous final drive.
26-24. Here's the extra point. Chris Boswell had made 90 straight extra points, but that one leaves them vulnerable. It's a 2-point game rather than a 3-point game, and it looked like it was going to cost them the game in their season because Lamar is going to find Isaiah Likely. How about this catch?
Ridiculous throw. Ridiculous throw by Lamar. Outstanding job by Likely fighting through contact to make that play.
So now Lamar, Shefty, maybe pick up a few more yards for your kicker here. Hand it to Derrick Henry.
Well, they take the knee. They lose 2. They had a timeout. They could have run it into the line with Derrick Henry, gained a couple of yards. Instead, they opted for the kneel down and the setting up Tyler Loop for the kick.
And here it was, the final play of the season. Mike Tirico on the call.
The final play of the regular season for the final spot in the playoffs. Tyler Loop from 44. Snap good. Holding. The kick is no good. It is wide right. And the Steelers are the champions of the North.
Unbelievable. For Loop, it's his first miss from under 50 yards all season long. And I want you to watch the reactions. When they talk about the thrill of victory and the agony of defeat, take a look at the faces of Derrick Henry, of Lamar Jackson, of Aaron Rodgers, Mike Tomlin, who knows there's a fine line between drinking wine and squashing grapes. This most certainly was right on that line. The Steelers win. The kick was missed into the end zone that was blessed before the game. And afterwards, Tomlin had this to say.
And we're AFC North champions. And that sounds good and it feels good. But we didn't come here for that. We came here for what lies ahead. And so excited about that.
I mean, how can you put into words just the thin line between if they make that kick, season's over, comes to a screeching halt, and missing that kick and the winner going on?
You know how it is. If my aunt had male parts, she'd be my uncle.
So we add one new one to the list of Tomlinisms with Adam Schefter constantly checking his phone. That'll be a recurring theme this morning. Any news that we get all morning long. Danny, you've heard that one before.
Yeah, but just the fact that he fires it off is great.
In that moment, absolutely. And it is impossible to look. Schefter, you were saying it this morning. These guys have been working since, training camp, mini camp, and everything else.
OTAs, training camp. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, play the games, play 16 games. It all comes down to one kick. Whether you advance in the playoffs, win the division, or whether you go home. The one kick decides it all. And the kick missed.
Incredibly. And I will repeat, into the end zone, that the Steelers had a priest blessing before the game. So if you're one who is inclined to think things like that play a factor here, then perhaps it did. Number one reason that the Steelers are going on and the Ravens are going home is?
I mean, look, the guy misses a kick.
Yep.
Simple as that, because this game, look, there were so many times it just ebb and flow of that game. But it just comes down to this. The game should be over here. You think we got it nailed, but I hate kicking the ball from the middle of the field. We'll get on to that later in the show, but
you like it on a hash. You like spotting the ball on a hash. You have to assume they spotted it where they wanted it. But in your experience, you've always liked spotting the ball on the hash.
Yeah, 100%, because instead of having half a goal to make it through, I've got the entire thing to look through, and I'm driving the ball through it. And I don't care what people say. I know it makes sense.
Dan's going to have a tape on kicking a little bit later that has been blessed by Pat McAfee in this case. But here, look, there's a lot of different places that we can go in this conversation.
There's one place.
But there's one place to start.
Yeah, they're going on because this was a signature performance by Aaron Rodgers, and probably the most signature in 4 years. There's throws in that game in critical moments where I think only Rodgers makes. If you go to some of the third downs, okay, so you're going to get trips to the top. I want you to pay attention to pressure off the right side. That's going to vacate for a fraction of a second the middle of the field. Freiermuth, before that linebacker gets there, right when you pass those linebackers, give me your eyes. You got to see it the same way. Remember Rodgers talking about watching tape? That's example number one. The throw to Adam Thielen down the seam is vintage Aaron Rodgers. There's Thielen, just been there for about a month. Watch the safety in the middle, drop down. Right when he drops down, Thielen, and you get on top of your nickel defender, I need you to look back for the football. Thielen does. That's the soft spot. That's the only soft spot of this coverage. You cannot throw the football better. He's the only guy on the planet that I think is making that throw in that moment. And then the big throw down the seam, okay? Two safeties. Where do we want to work with the tight end versus two safeties? Right in between those hashes as they split. Now watch Freiermuth. A little bit of nod. He's going to beat his defender. Once you beat that defender, I need you to look back because the ball is coming out. Watch Freiermuth win right now as that defender gets his eyes back to Rodgers. Give me your eyes right now. And there's the perfect throw to bleed him up the seam. This is Rodgers years ago. Those are huge throws on third downs. If they don't make those conversions, he doesn't make those throws, they don't win this football game. This was a signature performance.
He turned back time a little bit last night,
no doubt.
didn't he? 42 years old, what could have been his final game as an NFL player, he turned back the clock.
Absolutely, because they had no running game to really speak of. I know we talk about the backs as far as the passing game, but this was Aaron Rodgers really taking the load on his shoulders, putting the team in certain plays that he felt like was advantageous, and then the throws. Those are the throws that we've been accustomed to seeing from the four-time league MVP and Aaron Rodgers, and showed up last night.
His brain, the experience, the knowledge. Now, I'm shocked Baltimore played as much zone defense as they did. Maybe Kyle Hamilton going out played in it. But throwing it 47 times, I did not think that this team was going to score as many points as they did without DK Metcalf. 47 times, his knowledge, his understanding of what defenses were going to do. And then you have to have the people around you to see it the same way at the same time. And I continue to, the fact that those guys, the Freiermuths, the Thielens, the MVSs, they did, and the trust that he had in those guys to make those plays, that's the reason they win the game.
Look, I think the reason they won the game was a huge assist from Baltimore. All right, they defended him like DK Metcalf was still playing in the game. I was blown away.
I was shocked how much zone they played.
Yeah, but even zone, but play loaded zone. Like, you want to pack the middle.
Right.
You don't worry about the edges. Just play on top. And I was blown away by the fact you saw, one of the throws with Firemuth, up the middle. They're playing quarter, half. So they're rolling a coverage to the backside.
Right.
Like, I don't understand what the hell you're doing. And to me, I was just blown away by it. Now, I'm not taking anything away from Aaron Rodgers because, oh my gosh, he was absolutely spectacular in that game. But I still was like, what are we doing? Are we not understanding that squeeze the middle, make the thing be pitched outside? And the throw that he made on the backside, the communication, you talk about the communication. That communication was between Rodgers and the receiver. That had nothing to do with play design. You're not going to run a stop and go in that situation.
You're talking the game winner, the one to Austin.
I'll guarantee you that was between Rodgers and the
I got a tape on that coming, Rex, because what happens is they start that drive, and you could just see Awuzie starting to get nosy and sit just a little bit and having eyes back to the quarterback. And to your point, I promise you there's that conversation of quarterback to receiver, receiver to quarterback. Hey, let's double move him. It's 3rd and 10. He's going to sit at the sticks. He drives, slip helps, and then it's a touchdown.
Can we also say, when Kyle Hamilton went out of the game, that was a huge blow to that Baltimore Ravens team. The defense literally changed once he got hurt. It just opened up everything because he is such a jack-of-all-trades type of defender. And once he went out,
I'm with that. But this is a total choke job by the Ravens defense.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, I agree with that.
It's a huge piece. But if you told the Ravens, hey, what did they lose, 26-24?
Yes.
You scored 24. The other team doesn't have DK Metcalf. Yeah. And you can't slow down that offense that the week before, without DK, Cleveland skunked. That's a total choke job by the Ravens defense.
Someone on Sunday NFL Countdown yesterday said the Ravens could defend them with 10 players in this game, and that someone is sitting next to me.
Yeah, it kind of looked like they did. But that's what's so frustrating from defensive eyes. That's what's frustrating to me. And again, Aaron Rodgers, look, I've had my butt kicked by Aaron Rodgers several times, so I know how great he can be. But in that situation, man, no way am I going to let the inside of get gutted by a tight end or back.